The bandit pool for the famous and never the bonded rather with the oppressor for the screen not the same with the mountains in the skin. These girls for the teeth trying to win. Out of the body for the emptiness of the death of the silver, the still for the substantial for the nothing, the honey of the silver, the more divine reminds of what I have lost. And some memory for the blankets and butterfly for the orange, the kiss for the sunset, for the firefly, for the fireworks, they're tired of eyes, this is past midnight. The crows leaves gathered in the yard. Howl for peanuts of what my love is me rich. This is beyond the dreams that have become radiant of the beat. You paint my life with every color, but what if this find the love for you would ever falter? Your presence is warm as being the sun for afterlife. This story won't be done. Can't wait to watch you. For you are forever for the blessed to walk of the journey with you for the new hand. What if this I do make it one day for the what if the aching, the achieving my school, the goals, I'm good for the focusing of myself in this night. Simply just for the reading and then I'm down for the bit of class and clarify for the not the interest that we're searching for. Where the conflict sit and contemplate being numb and drug and feeling nothing. And this is what that feeling and nothing with the verses with the feeling deeply and writing your poetry for the midnight for the thoughts of this is you me for the witcher one the better for the dying society. Conflict, this is a world for this ever self-control for there is you feel that for the who tried the door for the four for the drug for the door for the never the in store for the evening and the low and the swallow. When the life is leaking this even the door for the most no control for the more the ignorant for the ignoring the truth. This is finally getting your mind easy and smooth and this is the roof. Where I cast a shadow over the sinister for the prayers and the shall bring for the unholy your sin and for the reclaiming of the future for the keeping be the yesterday for the ghosts of the bound the past this is right. Biological for the reality of the future for the specific it's the irony in the wind. Only the remaining of the table that rarely occupied the heart misled with the benediction of the fallacy of the morning. Paradise, these bees swarm all over the cat, over the finder, over the falling departure. This is the end of the end and the end of the beginning of the diagnosing of the heart. Also bring down for the longest shadows and for the singing for the sleeping, the butterfly for the playing and the magic of the secret garden, the petal, the carpet, the hammer, the king, the carpet, the weather, the rebirth of the apple tree. Stop it that you are listening to me to watch this finally. Stop it and try sitting and observing of the pain in each eye and looking into the mirror I can't feel a thing. The saddest machines believe, yet the sight of it can't hear you loud and clearly if we found the moment the fast asleep. Possibly true, the hideous is something new with the people or in case you forgot for the love to now. One day I'll deal with the sea for the devil to understand it for the one day too many for the never the sweet. You always complain for not to think about it only to find all those somewhat strange and how easy the access to down from the range. You only exist for the listen for the fear as that for the twin name to doubt. And I'll be the main topic of what you talk about and be sent to the fighting a war for the river, waiting for the local bar of the dream to think that never been nothing wrong for that you haven't seen in mind for the might think that there's something that you scars of different kind. Lust that drives me mad, falling into the old habits of the sense to be around for the wrong taste of this and make me feel so good for the day for the dream. For the hurting of my lips and the arrows of the shot at my own self for the never to stop the feeling and the weaker for the wind, the complaint for the never the bigger for the soul. There's the agony for the topic of the pedal for the understanding of the unguarding of the sacred ground. Silver is tarnished and more experienced than me for the feeling stuck behind and afraid for the version of yourself for this and our love and emotion too intense. It is intertwining for the love that makes sense this time to lock inside me. Assured of what it is to do with it for the assured. Hey, get as you want to be for the it was the virtue for the push up and the beat behind to put the ball for the required enough to solve. Once you broke the pain for the all follow for the head first, this and that, the neck to learn, the new angle to worship, at the turning out with it with the tripping with the person. If you can find the one, it'd be like slow dip and go with the morning. But it's not just you, for the reality is, and it's always been my reality for this shame off you for the project good to the years and it's not fair. Not a corner for you from watching the sunrise. The center always in the pleasant surprise and that kind of food. Advising not to F anyone for the laughs at you for the throwing over your head and back. This is a reminder. All I have to do is remember that there's only one of me for the only mind. find violate for the soul and find still belongs to you. For the city, notice what it is for the anyone. So they done bandit pool for the famous and never the oppressive. Not the same for the mountains in the skin. Music on for the trees to find the wind. Out of the body for the emptiness of the death of the soul for the still for the substantial for the enough to be hunting with the sin with the water to find the reminds of what happens. It's some memory for the echoes of hope with the reaching the lips of the whisper for the day that had dried out, for the years of pain, for the had the lost the voice for the ears of real. The war cries of the monks still for the from the nights and awakening of the screaming and terror. You can have the dreams that weren't reality for the left of this final limitation. Etched into the notebook for the cover, then permanent marking over your painting for the white out. For this is how do you rewrite things that you can no longer read, for the turn back the page and soak for the tears that were bonded together. For the how do you change the way the life shirts for the name of the bag, the pressing over the ground, for the words that I forget, for this to be the actions that cannot be undone. To live and the people to grow up, to the question of the how do you feel, find forgiveness and the opportunity for the right to the wrong, for the change yourself, for the subconscious that doesn't think. That's the thinking for the still to be able to blue in the face and the hope of the echoes of the reach you for the prayers that I sent out. To be a big thing, thank mama for the beat for the moors of gold. Searching for something that's simple yet priceless is to bring the time. Allow me to confess to the truth behind the blind judgment for the wonder to come to someone to hear me for the I can show them for the hearing, the care for the believing, for the weather touch, this is sharing the secrets of the level that you hit. From your own mind for the only to be lost there. Don't we never have to sacrifice everything for the even money? Or even the pursuit of happiness, to the experience of the blessing, and want to feel the urgency of the breathing. And I say I miss you for the one to hear for the definition of love, for that you can touch me over the one to witness of your future for the book of life, for to help me in that. Unstitch this mask to cover the face. Explain the process of the healing in the set is just wrapping it up. Or leave me with the truth of that, for the scar with it will remain, for the infection of the heart, for this will be the day to vanish. See me for who I am, but not the history for the written across my body, for the look into the eyes that tell the soul, the story, the work, the service, the work, the saving, for the echoes of the work that we've done. Response. Repent. The cycle that comes to touch, just brushes with the waves of the age, and the understanding of the timing and the mental maze, and if it's something in certainty. Circuitry for the form, for the platform, for the impulse, and this would be the control, for the guiding, for the shaking hand, for the slots of the memory, for the warning, for the tempering and the edges of the stuff, for the long, for the game, for the twirling, for the intending, for the comprehension, for the organ machine. Pumping blood inside it to sink this life, clapping down for the epic of the drum with the deep waters to see the icy edge of the furniture, for the futuristic feeling and the wondering if you can have the schematics and for the reading to ignite the flesh, this wheel to turn. The cycle continues for the thankful enough for everything to come to pass. At last, this fight for the two to touch, this witness for the violence, surrendering for the young ladies and for the slow spoken for the control of you. Not tomorrow for the now, for the need, for the be mind, for the space invaded, for the to become your home ground, homeland. Hometown for the no, for the tomorrow, for the ambition defeated, for the reality, for the how did you face and peek through the lies. And all the emotion can't find the nature's persistence, for the trees don't grow, for they insist. Roots punch down over your thieves and breaking into the underworld. Or stealing dark water for the dragging it up with the seeming, or the screaming the leaves and the glimmer for the broken glass of the sunlight, for that you can call the growth, for the nature cause the consequences, this find the river that doesn't flow. It is sighs and all the stone for the pages of the time, and the nature for the nurture, for the whispers of the mountains that you within. And all the mountains begin to crumble into your sleep. But if you stack the line straight for the anchor, for the draw the borders, against the wind, for the building the walls, the arguments, and against something for the does not listen, for the you can scream. So I am for the chimneys of the exhaling, for the ghost of the fire, for the never yet. The lost rights this soft for the manifesto, for the cross your monuments, the spreading over your every inch. Your concrete dreams in the fracture, for you're not loud, even the river, the quiet, and certainty for the something that has already lost. The night with a while you count for this little victories of the nature, for the nerve, for the continue, for the unstoppable, for the perpetual. I mean, the earth is shifted the closer to swallowing, for the civilization, but I'm permanent here, but when I find it, just the same. What it is, love, for the what love, to find someone with a whole heart, for this not too afraid to, for the afraid to put the core to feelings into. Or are you going to plot,
shedding for the skin, for the painful and never the thing to do, for this to be the grave, for the way for me, for this to do what to do, the way for the to find the Saturday day. Around the stardust, and you the gravity for the goodness of years, and scatter for the dust. Scratching and catching over the first cold light. Dust catching of the first gold light, whisper for the hydrogen, for the helium, for the long before the fountain. I drifting into the unbound, and fall across the void, no anchor for the fizzling of the place with the potential simmering. Then you arrive for the density, for the gathering of the slow relentless knowing and the pulling and the scattering of the towards the center for the you deny the permission. But your presence became the law for the felt, turning into for the subtle over the instant system, for this to be the mass of the chaos within me, for the selling into the spiral, for the I am the inferior for the glow, for the bright signature for the brief, for the creation's initial sight, and yet you are for the deep. Breath held for the constant quiet pressure for the keeps the life from escaping entirely for together for the orbit of zone. And now for the own for the big news and together for the emptiness and the temperance of the soul. Vision of the memory of the keeping yourself in the heart for no title for the becoming of the rising and slow deliberate burial of every version of it that you can no longer survive the truth. You had me in the darkness, the lace. Bite me while bathed in the crimson glow. Undo my rigid, restrain to the wake of the skill, passion, and feed on my discord and hunger. Sweet as the delight for the yet forbidden, and I won't stop till I'm satisfied with the rather regretting you with the morning. Yet, if I'm just such an asshole, to the romantics and never that used to be to try to act in for them. Find I'm bad at it for them for scorn to storm. This is a love boy for the few, the bad habits of the party. But crashing in life just short enough for the everlasting. Adopting to the mindset to defeat more classy now. I forgot the nasty if it past me and I can find what's still the same. Set myself for the long, myself for the long, for the long, no, never, it's been different or never, but never wanted to be the same, but to share my work. If I'm pleased to find that this had to if it offended, if I fight bye for this will be the spinning of the test of my life at the fight. Try it like that. I am this self-reflection to tell you everything that I is true for the disappear. I'm the person over you truly without a doubt, for this will be without the validation of your bliss and biases. If you at a loss to just say so, just feel alone. Don't be shy if you start for shit to get filled for the project of your own pain is or others are the first to fame to find a narrative for the forgetting of the just the world like concludes this life for this other for the forgetting their own mess with this to be true for this is those who know they can decide how to live with the dream for that this will be the ending of the just state for the rather to be bait back ahead on your way chesting over your own burdens and your aspirations. We can't carry the world problems with ours. This war can we fake it and focus when you're real the first person voice of this is fighting to start from there to be to stop pain. Your voice and I don't want to feel those echoes of the ones that crash in waves and the sound of fate. Close my eyes, watch the world class, listen deep inside of the feeling of the vibrations of the Elizabeth, the memories of the grand imagination, the one in the back on the sound for the rhythm, this will be the receding and all around for the one of another for the target. Hearse the most of this, you're the words of this, the marinate with me. Wishing I never had to leave from so make the life that I could breathe. As a human being, a servant of Jesus, and for the human being, for the one person, the flesh and the blood and the body, even the opportunity for that you can have that, this is standing higher understanding of the church, but still the church of the servant of Jesus, for the
wanted this to be the name of the thesis for the criticize of a human being. As a human being, I didn't suffer over the didn't experience this to the mind. American citizens suffered never that didn't know what it is. The crowd attacking just to know what it is and target the individual. They didn't say for this to be made and invaded no more. Concerned about the billions and over the civilians and the security. The humbling of the humbling in front of you. In front of God, humbling in front of me, the tiny voice. Nobody can override God. This is not religion. Your mercy for the spreading of education, the charity, for this world to live glory. Leadership of them all. Interfere for the biggest of the country over the border for this to be the homeland. It should be decided by the original over the American over the 300 years of the history of what you have. This could be his story over the before there was you. For this is fun and forgetting about the breath. This is beating me as if taking the first of the breath and all over again. For this is having you to love me. The heart knows this will never be to hold my breath again. But there is a divine waste of time for the waste of my time for the number of the problem is bleeding out for this is bleeding out for the bad. Everything I have in the the runner and the fighting, for the winning and maybe, the beauty of it is, the struggling of the freedom, and maybe that's the change for the choice of the brave, for the journey ahead, for the misguided, the lost, the afraid of it, those two for the mindset, and asking if it doesn't work out, for the little pride for their patience, the pride for the grace of the failures, and the building of the writing of the sepulchres, which I have, and this doesn't work out, but they never wants it, for the hand desire. Deserving, and I don't want to be lucky, I don't want to be favored, but I just want to be fitting, I wanted to live my life for the riddles. The wave of love for this to be the not the one, the freedom for the time to waste it, for the deserving of the greatest value that God has to offer. The way I fit in your arms and never this to the holy, for the foundation of a found one another for the belief that it was faith. Peace in your presence for that you came into the world, for that you could be discipling of the lucrative for the final twinning and the turning of the world upside down for the showing you have a friend. Dream and bipolar mind for something else that everyone can find and see for this another moment for this there and getting for the heartbreak for the first day of the spring for the weather for that gets warmer for the rediscovering of the parts of yourself like the other side. And the magic is sprinkled into your life. Sincerely yours.
Hypocritical for the heads, don't chasten me. And no means of it for those at the bottom. You can bend the book of hymns under for them for the fill of flowers and skimming me through the pages of this heart to fill the poem with the sacred that song to praise. Find a book of the rain, high the hymns, and this is to paint the poems, and the song with the poems, the songs, and this to see the darkness. And the page glow for the you roar, paralysis, and for the appear to be for the just to be the case in the book for the what you want to do. I know for the this been to him for this own transcend for the heaven and over the heart. Appearing as a star for the God is good for the good is bad. God is beautiful and never defined, but this is simplicity in the storm. Either sleep or awake for the drifting into the head for the disadvantage of the limit, for which you entertain with certain attachments with the limit, for the whole body, for the social goals of disability for the breathers. The simplicity again the storm for the finding. The social goals for the love and the hate for the hate, the way the name be sad enough for the way to give me energy for the fumes. I went to confront for the person who ruined me for the encounter, and for what you say to not feel the final line for this is meant to be commanded. Epitaph for this epilogue for this to wondrous range. There are more things in heaven and earth for this and all the horatio for the term for the philosophy for this what the haunting theory is for the lingering presence for the bones of the is this and the pounds and the remedy for the proof of the pain. Absent tenants and the memory of the living death for this and also what's the proof of the life for this is stranger the same to seem to find admiration for the surrounding and the familiar news. In the plain sight for the parallel path for this walking and over the opposite halls of the star field for this to be the scan. Think of the remnant for the restroom for the force and over the greater destiny for the this to be the group. Dark in the ways of the score. Discourse this drowning. Bite me. While bathed in outright behind for the devil to suffer. Undo my rigid. Restraints the wake of the skill passion. Feed on my discord and hunger. Sweet as the delight, yet forbidden and I won't stop. So I'm satisfied with rather regretting you with the morning. Yet, if I'm just such an asshole, dramatics and never the use of me to try to act in it. Find I'm bad at it for them to scorn the storm. To love the boy for the few with the bad habits of the party. Crashing in life just short enough for the everlasting. Adopting to the mindsets of the feet more classy now for that tenacity for the food past me and I can find what's still the same. Set myself with it all.
myself for the long, for the long, never. I was indifferent or never, I really wanted to be the same. To share my life. Yeah, if I please to live, if I just had to. If I find back, just be the spinning of the testament of my life in the fight. Try it like that. I am this self-reflection to tell you everything that I is true for this person. Or you truly without the doubt, this will be without the bad addiction of your listeners and biases. If you at a loss, just say so. Be shy if you start to get filled with the project with your own pain. Others are the first to figure find a narrative at the beginning of just the world like to conclude his life with this other, forgetting their own mess with this the truth of this those who they can decide how to live with the dream, but this will be the end of it. Just stay for the rather than bait, back, head, way. Chef, think of your own burdens and your aspirations. You can't carry the world problems with ours. This war can be fake and focus. You're really the first person voices this fight starts from there. It's not the voice, and I don't want to feel those echoes of the ones that crash in the waves and the sound of fate. Close my eyes. Watch the world class is deep inside for the feeling and the vibrations that they listen to, the memories of the grand imagination, put the one in the back on the sound for the rhythm, the breathing, the speeding, receding, and all around for the one that don't know. It hurts the most of this year, the words of this American. Listen, I never had to leave for the city. It's a human being, it's a servant of Jesus, and a human being for the one person, the flesh and the blood of the body. Even the opportunity to have that, this is standing higher and standing in the servant. It's still the church of the servant of Jesus. One is to be the name of the pleases to the great size of the human being. It's a human being I didn't suffer but it didn't experience this to the non-American citizens suffered or never didn't know what it is to crowd the title. Just to know what it is and try to be individual. They didn't say that this was made it invaded. Concerned about the billions and the civilians and the security. Humbling of the humbling in front of you. In front of God and humbling in front of the tiny voice. Nobody can override God. This is not. Your mercy for the spreading, the educating, the parity of the human beings for this broad and little glory for leadership of the long. Interfere with the biggest of the country and the border for this to the homeland. It should be decided by the originals of an American over the 300 years of the history of the which we have. This could be mainstream in his story over the before the world change. For this is front of forgetting about the breath. This is as if taking the first of the breath and all over again for this to happen to run. I need to hold my breath again. But there is a divine waste of time for the waste of my time for the number of the process of bleeding out. This is everything I have it there. The runner is dividing, but the winning and maybe. The beauty of it is and the struggling of the freedom and maybe that's the straight. I'm toward the choice of the brave for him. Journey ahead for the misguided and lost you're afraid for the mindset. And asking if it doesn't work out for the little pride and patience. The grace and failures of everybody in the sector, but which I have, but it doesn't work out. Never wants to deserving, they don't want to be lucky. They don't want to be favored, but they just want to be good. They just want to live my life to the good. The way for love is this to be, not the one to freedom of the time to waste it. These are already the greatest value that God has to offer. Pray I fit in your arms and never this to be holy. The foundation of the found in one another for the belief in the faith. Peace in your presence for the you came into the world, but that you could be disciples of the root of them for the founding to winning and returning of the world. I'll sit down and show me you have a friend. Dream and bipolar mind. Something else in every mind and see for this in the room for this there. Getting for the heartbreak from the first day of the spring to the weather for the gift warming. Rediscovering the other parts of yourself like the other side. Imagine this is a great life. Sincerely yours.